Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Edoggz Reviews. Today I will be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class animated universe Optimus Prime. Now this figure is for ages 8 and up, and it does come in robot mode as you can see on the right. The price for this item was $38.50 from Target, I believe. The original price point is somewhere around $34.99, maybe $35.99, depending on where you shop. So let's get the box out of the way. So we have Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode already on the front of the box. On the side of the box, we have all these various characters there with the 40th year anniversary. And on the back of the box, we have this accessory. We'll talk about that. We have him in the robot mode. It takes 25 steps to get it into the vehicle mode. 40-year anniversary right here on that side. On this side, we have an up and close picture of Optimus Prime's face. And then on the bottom of the box, we have a faraway shot with his axe. I should say Energon axe. On the top, it just says Transformers Legacy United there. On the bottom, it just says, manufactured by Hasbro. And it's trademarked so that no one else can, copy their product. Let's say that much. Inside the box, you get these lovely instructions. Now, I'm not going to go by the transformation because by the book, but I'm going to show you a much easier way to transform this figure. But you get this nice, lovely book as always, and you get an accessory. So you get this Energon X. If you've seen the show, it just pretty much pops out of nowhere into his hand. And what this does is you have this transparent blue here, you have this gray here, and you have red, and it's telescopic. Yes, telescopic. And there's a little bit into it here, a little bit into there. I wouldn't go extreme with this because you might break it. You're going to see me change the brightness of my camera from time to time. And then you have on this side, you have these two pegs. On either side, you got a peg right there, and that is for storage. Another thing we're going to be bringing into play is the special effects part for the Energon X, and that is about it. So let's get the figure. Let's look at the figure here. I may need to use a light. Let's power that on. That's a little better. So this is what the figure looks like from the front. This is what the figure looks like from the side. This is what it looks like from the back. We'll talk about this in a second. And then from this side. Now, if you are a fan of Transformers Animated, you're going to hear me say some things that are partly true. Now, in the show, he's more broad in the chest and he's very narrow in the waist. And then you have like these pinstriped legs. And the legs are supposed to have like these little fire designs on each side of the leg. They're not on this figure. So what they've done is they probably took the design of the fire truck and re-engineered it backwards to get what you see here. Now, get a close-up of his face. Again, if we were to go by the show, his face should be a little bit more narrower, and this silver should be more predominant. Let's say that much. Now, he does have that, that look on his face. You can see his lip is like, somebody just got in trouble, mostly Bumblebee. But yeah, but this is probably the closest we're going to get to it, and I love it. It's not a bad thing. It's probably the closest we're ever going to get to it. So we're just going to go into the articulation of the figure. So we're going to start with the arms, and we can bring the arm up like that much, and we go up and down, up and down. And there's a swivel at the bicep. You can just turn this all the way around like so. And there's a swivel at the shoulder as well. Bring the arm down. We can bring it up on the elbow, which is 90 degrees, which is fine. The hands do swivel 360 degrees. They do not open or close or anything like that. Legs can come all the way up there. So a nice kick right there. And we can bring it down on the knee. That's an acute knee right there. That's an acute knee, right? So we're going to bring out the leg like this, right? There's a swivel at the thigh. There's a rocker at the feet. Going sideways, but not, well, a tiny bit back and forth. Tiny bit. Right? Going backwards on this leg. You got that much before it gets hindered by the waist here. And then you can bring it up on the knee like that. There's 360 degrees on the waist. Now on this arm, it was kind of tough. And what I mean by tough is every time I had turned it, it would roll out of this socket here. And that means there was a piece of plastic that was making it do that. And it works fine now, but if I go backwards, there's like a little bit of tension there, and it wants to pop out of the shoulder here. So just be mindful of that. You may have to use like some kind of tool to file down that piece of plastic that's in there. And the head is on a ball joint, so you can look all the way around. You can emote if you want. You can look this way. You can look down if you want to. Yeah, you're looking in this corner. Now, the backpack, I want to say just a tiny bit. I think this should have been a different color, but what can you do? Either that or outline it with like a blue or something like that. Put a blue outline so it breaks away from the red of the plastic. But that's just me. I'm nitpicking. But we still have the Autobot symbol on the left hand shoulder. Right. So transformation takes about 25 steps, and I'm going to show you the easiest way possible. Now I'm going to get back to his axe later on. All right, so the easiest way to do this is you want to bring up on the shoulder like that, straight up. Bring up on the shoulder like this, right? On the inside of his forearm, you're going to have this department right here, and you just take his hand, open it, right? You take this hand, file it in. It's going to fall into this little slot, and it's going to go into his sleeve right here. Same thing. Pop this open, fold the fist away, and that's it, right? Next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the window matches, the truck window matches, and you just bring this backwards. Now there's a slot and then there's a peg there, and you just bring these two together, right? Do the same thing on the opposite side. So you just bring this over, bring this down, and that's it. Next, you want to take this backpack, bring this out like so. I'm just going to disconnect everything that was holding it together back here. And you want to disconnect the chest from the front, like so. Now at this point, there should be a matrix thing here, but we'll get to that a little later. Now what we want to do here, we want to bring it up on the shoulder like that. You see this wheel? You want to fold this wheel into this cavity. You take the shoulder, you want to bring it down like that. So it's going to look something like that. Same thing, opposite side. We want to bring this whole shoulder piece up. You take this wheel and you want to fold it into this place right here. Right? You take the shoulder right? And you want to fold it in like that. Now there's a peg here, and you need to pop this peg into this slot, right? Do the same thing on the opposite side, right? Right, so we're going to leave this piece right here for now. And we're going to leave this piece right here for now. Now we're going to bring this up. And we want to rotate here at this base right here. So there's enough room for this. And just circle that around. Now we're going to turn around the figure. And we're going to work from the back, so to speak. Just adjusting my camera. Right, so we need to get the legs done, and you want to separate by unplugging the feet. So you plug down this, you bring down the feet, fold this out, same thing opposite side, unplug, bring the foot down, and you want to get your nail in here because it's very tight. Right, so you want to unplug this, right, and you want to bring it up like that, right, like so. I'm gonna try to get it on camera because I know I missed it, right. So we need to get this unplugged, right, and we want to bring this down like so. And bring this out like this and like that, right? So you should have something that looks like this, right? That's in the book. And you want to fold until you plug into this section right here, where is I believe it's his abdomen section, and they're going to click together. Right, make sure that's clicked together. Do the same thing opposite that. Bring this up, click that together. And on the base, you could just want to mushroom these two pieces together. Make sure that's in. Take the feet. You want to plug it into these two holes. There's two holes there, and then there's two holes there and there. Right, and that is the back piece. Now, we want to bring up on the front portion, or the top portion of Optimus Prime's chest. You're going to bring this up, and they're going to plug into these two slots. There's a slot there, and then there's a slot there. Right. Now you want to bring up this piece is on this little thing right here. Bring this up, and then you want to clamp in together. I'm going to show you the two holes. There's a hole there, and then there's a hole there, and then there's these two tabs on the sides, one there, and then this two right here on the top. And you want to just plug these together. You take the backpack. You want to fold this over. Now this could get a little dicey because it needs to sit in a certain way. Right. That's plugged in. That's plugged in. Right. Okay, so something is impeding my progress here. Right, so So we're gonna try see if we can figure out what's going on here, if anything. All right, so we're gonna plug this in, like so. And this comes over. I think I got it. Me thinks I got it. Just clamp this closed. Like this top is really giving me some trouble here. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. Now we got it. We just had to put a little muscle in it, right? And you have your futuristic fire truck. Will we get the back end of this? No clue. But that's what it looks like from the front. That's what it looks like from the side. That's what it looks like from the back. And this side. And we have the underneath. Now you're not going to make out anything unless you're looking, really looking for it. You got the pelvis, and you have the thighs here. But the rest of this could be the drivetrain of the fire truck, if you will. And it does have some storage features back here on these two holes back here. So you take your X, and you want to shorten that. And what they want you to do is you can put this on either side. It doesn't really matter. Well, that's on the wrong side. Let's see. We're going to do it this way. Yeah, we're going to do it this way. Nope, that's too far out. That's way too far out. Let's see. We're going to use this peg here. We're going to use this second peg that's on the red thing. And we're going to pop this on this side. I think it's better. Right, that's much better. And you can have your axe stored like that. Kind of a deal. Kind of reminds me of Rise of the Beast when that guy jumped on the back of Optimus Prime's, I don't know what you would call this section right here. And he had to hold on. So it kind of reminds me of that. And then it also reminds me of the other Optimus Primes where they had the rocket booster on the back. I'm not sure why we didn't get that. How come we didn't get the rocket booster? I'm mad now. But it does roll, if you need to know. Right. Very nice. I like the way this comes together. It's a very neat figure. I really like it. I really like it. Nope. Now, to get back into the robot mode, we're just going to do everything in reverse. So we're going to take care of the feet. We're going to ease this up. All right. We're going to bring it down on the waist, like so. We're going to take these side panels. We're going to disconnect these side panels, like that. Like that. And what we're going to do here is we're going to plug this back into the knee section, right? And then we're going to take the rest of it and we're going to bring this up, clamp this together, okay? And we're going to press up to click that, to click it in place, make it more solid. Same thing, we're going to click this into place, bring the lower half up and over, right? Click this into place. Right, and then we take care of the feet. We're going to bring this back, bring the feet forward. Same thing, we're going to bring this back, bring the feet forward, like that. Bring this up. Now we still have clearance here, so we're just going to turn this right now to get this out of the way. Right? you want to unplug this top piece. Bring that down like that. You could just leave it there. And you're going to take the front of the cab and you want to disconnect that and bring that down like so. To disengage this, you need to bring the shoulder in like that, and this peg will pop out. Right? Just leave that on the side. I'm going to show you again. All you have to do is move the top part to the opposite side, and it will pop out of the socket. Take this wheel, you want to bring this out like that and like that, right? Next, you want to bring it down on the shoulder like so. Bring this down on the shoulder like so. Just bring that chest up so we can get that out of the way. And this is going to plug in right here, right? You're going to make sure these two pieces are just like this, right? So now we're going to take this backpack and we're going to try to plug these two pegs in. There's one peg there, one peg here, and there's these two holes there. There's one there and one there. Just to keep it in place. Now we're going to bring this, down. And there's these two things right here. It's going to plug into the next section. Now everything is locked into place, right? Bring the arms up like this. Bring the arms up like this. And you want to disconnect the arm like that. Bring it around. Opposite side, and do the same thing. Disconnect, bring the arm around. You get in here to the sleeve, you get in here and pull his hand out, and you close. Same thing on the opposite side, you open up the sleeve. Bring it around, close. Right, and then we turn the arm around like that. And like that. Now there we got your Optimus Prime back into his robot mode. You still gotta talk about his weapon. Let's bring this in, and you can plug it on his back. The way they want you to do it is this way, right? So you turn this around. There's a hole here. You just plug it in like that. Oops. You plug it in like that. Turn it forward. Oops. His knee. All right, let's try that again. Let's plug this in his back. Turn it down. I don't like this. Is this going to stay? Right. It's a little bit back heavy. It's a tiny bit back heavy. And there you have him with his axe on his back. Right? So you can have the side view like that if you want to. And that's what it looks like from the rear. And that's what it looks from this side if it stops folding. Let's try one more time before we give up. Now the knees are not ratcheted. That's probably why it's doing that. Right, so we have the side. See, there it goes again. The knees are not ratcheted. And here it is from the front. Right? Now the other gimmick is a very cool gimmick. So we're going to take this. We're going to bring the telescopic staff down. We're going to take the special effects part. We're going to plug it in the back. There we go. So you're going to have this type of effect. Now you just have to work out how you're gonna do this, what position we're gonna be doing it. Because he could hold it like this. You can hold it like that, like at that angle. Um, you could do it the opposite way. You could do it one-handed. Whatever you want to do, you just have to figure out how you're gonna work these arms because it kind of needs a butterfly joint to actually do it. But we're going to try one. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed it through this hand, right? And there's two parts where the hand gets really tight, if you will, right? So that's as far as it's going to get on that hand. We brought it up. You want to move this arm like this. You want to bring this in, and we need to turn. And while we're turning it, we need to figure out how this is going to work for us. Right? So we're going to turn the axe just a little bit. We can bring up the arm just a little bit because it's not sitting too comfortable and it's starting to bend. We don't want it to bend. Right? And this is probably the closest I'm going to get to it, tell you honestly. I'm going to bring up the camera so you can see what's going on. So you can have it like that. I know this is a faraway shot. Hold on, let me make sure, let me correct that. So this is a faraway shot right here. You can have it like that kind of deal. This is probably the best one I can probably get it into. Right? You can have him striking down to the ground type of deal, whatever. You just have to figure out how to get it into that pose because these will pop out if there's too much tension going on in the hands. Now we're just going to bring in some comparisons. Let's do that. So we're going to bring in prow. Just bring up the lights just a little bit. And we're going to bring in Bumblebee. That looks nice to me. So you have your Voyager, you got two deluxes. I think Prowler's a deluxe, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I enjoyed this set and the Armada set. So if you enjoyed this little video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions and comments, please leave them down below. I believe that's it. For now, the only figure I'm looking for is, I think Tigatron, not Tigatron. Silverbolt. Silverbolt is the only one I'm looking for. And things are going on sale, so why not? So I wish everybody happy toy hunting, happy St. Patrick's Day. And I'll see you in the next video.